सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी हूँ बायोमास एनर्जी हूँ कन्वेंशनल बायोमासटा एबे हूँ फसिल फ्यूएल न्यूक्लियर ये सब कन्वेंशनल नुह अणपारंपरिक बायोमास फॉलोइंग इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूट फूड चेन हूँ कि ग्रास खाइब गोट गोट खाइब ह्यूमन मुझे फॉलोइंग इज प्लांट हार्मोन साइटोकाइनिन अरे टाइप 2 डायबिटीज हूँ कैरोटीज बाय बोथ एबव हाइपरग्लाइसेमिया और पॉलीरिया आर्टिफिशियल किडनी हेल्प्स रिमूव नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम ब्लड आर्टिफिशियल किडनी हेल्प्स करियो रिमूव नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट को फ्रॉम ब्लड बाहर कर दो द रूट्स ऑफ प्लांट हो ऑलवेज ग्रो डाउनवर्ड्स व्हाइल माने रूट ऑफ प्लांट टा ऑलवेज ग्रो तल को जीव व्हाइल शूट्स यूजुअली ग्रो अपवर्ड जाएगा फ्रॉम द अर्थ इट इज नोन एज कहते जियोट्रॉपिज्म तल जीव को कोल सुड भी पढ़ाई पढ़ाई करो और इलेक्शन लड़ो किसान जवान नौजवान यूथ coal should be used judiciously because it cause air pollution global warming acid rain coal should be used habo acid rain ପାଇଁ air pollution global warming judiciously use habo otherwise ଏଟା ସବୁ ହବ acid rain which of the following should be avoided in biological marriage ହଉଛି biological marriage a plus boy and a plus girl biological a plus boy and a plus girl which instrument used for measuring এটা হচ্ছে avoided হবো a plus boy a plus girl বিবাহ হবেনি o plus girl হবো ab হবো sorry a plus a minus হবনি avoided হবো which instrument used for measuring the altitude direction and velocity of clouds ର ଦେଖନ୍ତି which लो प्रेशर टा होची लो प्रेशर टर्निंग करिवो cycles is resulted if the temperature of water and the sea level rises 26.5 डिग्री लो प्रेशर साइक्लोन हबो वाटर सी लेवल राइज हो 26.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस से ज़्यादा होने से इंसुलिन एक्सक्रीटेड फ्रॉम व्हिच ग्लैंड इंसुलिन पैंक्रियास से ह्यूमन बॉडी which instrument is used for measuring for altitude direction and velocity of cloud नेफोस्कोप होची altitude और direction of velocity of cloud direction a thick fleshy stem covered with the thick cuticle stores water रहती ओपन सी आई थिक एंड फ्रेश स्टेम है मोटा और फ्रेश स्टेम लार्जेस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रेश वाटर ऑफ आवर प्लैनेट लार्जेस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रेश वाटर होची पोलर आइसी एंड ग्लेशियर पोलर आइसी और प्लैनेट प्रेजेंट है सबसे ज़्यादा अमाउंट ऑफ फ्रेश वाटर पोलर आइस और ग्लेशियर में ग्लेशियर अच्छी ए हैबिट ऑफ long severe winters and few months of summer constitution the only growing season पढ़ने से कुछ नहीं होगा इलेक्शन लड़ो स्टूडेंट पढ़ाई करो इलेक्शन लड़ो नेता बनो किसान नेता बनो मजदूर श्रमिक आर्मी वाले सब गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट उनमें से कुछ प्रतिनिधि चाहिए नहीं तो देश डिक्टेटर हो जाएगा नेता बदमाश बन जाएंगे क्यों ना कोई चैलेंज देने वाला है नहीं पैसा तो अभी पार्टियों का पास करोड़ों हजार करोड़ हो गलानी पाठ पढ़ो आंदोलन कर फायदा नहीं माट खाओ पुलिस ठू इलेक्शन लड़ यार बयस हो जाऊँगी जो मन पाठ भल होनी इलेक्शन और स्टूडेंट पे आवाज उठाओ स्टूडेंट पे हेल्प करो रोल ऑफ बैक्टीरिया एंड इकोसिस्टम हो रिसाइक्लिंग न्यूट्रिएंट को रिसाइक्लिंग करेंगे बैक्टीरिया the pyramid that always remain erect in the stable ecosystem रे pyramid of energy homeostasis with homeostasis. Pyramid that always remains erect ମାନେ ସିଧା stable ecosystem ହଉଛି homeostasis is pyramid of energy ଟା ହଉଛି pyramid of energy always remains erect सीधा रहेगा. The habitat of long severe winters and few months summer constituting the only growing season. Habit of long and severe winter जो लंबा few months summer अल्प only growing season of plant are characteristic of tundra ecosystem कहते tundra ecosystem largest amount of fresh water of our planet polar ice and glacier largest amount of fresh water of our planet present in polar ice रे अधिक हमारा पानी जमा हुआ है. ग्रीन प्लांट commonly release O2 and in the daytime and CO2 in the night time. Release O2 green plant and CO2 night time. Fuse is the most important safety device used for protecting the circuits due to both short circuiting overload. Which is not a hardware of a computer. Microsoft Windows hardware software. Fuse is important safety device used for protecting the circuit. At the time of the short circuit, the current in the circuit. At the time of short circuit, the current in the circuit increases heavily. At the time of a short circuit, the current in the circuit increases heavily. Increase heavily बढ़ियो at the time of short circuit the current बढ़ियो. What is the function of a CPU होची display देखियो. Myopia is known as the nearsightedness माने समीप दृष्टि can be corrected by use of myopia. Myopia होची concave lens. Microsoft Excel is used for a spreadsheet. Excel is spreadsheet. Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Non-conventional source of energy होची biomass energy. Non-conventional source of energy. Conventional no. Non-conventional source of energy. Which of the following is the correct definition of dependency ratio? Ratio of non-working population to the total population. जो लोग काम नहीं करते हैं गरीबों को बोलते हैं काम नहीं करते और गरीब सब खरीदते हैं पैसा देते हैं. गरीब पैसा दिए नौकरी वाले जो नौकरी कर रहे हैं पैसा लेते हैं. चाकरी वाला पैसा नौचंती नोट देते हैं. गरीब किसान स्टूडेंट्स बेकारी ऐसे पैसा देते हैं. जो 5 लाख से 40,000 देता है इनकम टैक्स जो नौकरी वाले तो 6 लाख लेता है कि 5 लाख लेता है. 5 लाख नौ 40,000 दौर इनकम टैक्स तो से 9 4 लाख 60,000 दौनी किसी नट सिर्फ गरीब देता है. अमीर कभी नहीं देता है. अंबानी भी कुछ नहीं देते हैं. वो तो 30,000 40,000 करोड़ छूट पाते हैं एक साल में. देश को सिर्फ गरीब देता है बाकी कर्जा और कर्जा से आता है. कर्जा सूची पर भारत बिक्री है जो गरीब देश सब बिक्री हो गया. श्रीलंका पाकिस्तान. Which one of the following was the launch in India 2014 with the aim of covering children against 7 vaccine preventable disease which include the diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, tuberculosis, measles, hepatitis B in India. Missions Indradhanush. Children against 7 vaccine preventable disease which include the diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, tuberculosis, measles, hepatitis एटा होची against 7 disease following was launch ହେଇଥିଲା. tuberculosis, measles, hepatitis, whooping cough no. Following is the correct definition. Difference ratio. ସର୍ବଶିକ୍ଷା ଅଭିଯାନ SSA aims to provide ସର୍ବଶିକ୍ଷା ଅଭିଯାନ 614 MRTP Act 1969 MRTP is replaced by the Competition Act 2002 MRTP Act interest payment are subtracted from gross fiscal deficit interest payment टा जदि फेडा है जो gross fiscal deficit नियंटी आ जो the remainder हबो interest payment फेडा है जो payment टा gross primary deficit interest payment फेडा है जो fiscal deficit नियंटी आ budget केते नियंट होछ देखो जो gross primary deficit बचाओ देश को गरीब किसान चुनाव लड़ो गरीब किसान वोट गरीब को करो चुनाव किसान को खड़ो मिलो जुलो भाईचारा बनाओ इलेक्शन लड़ो पार्टी को इलेक्शन मत वोट दो Halophyte are the types of plant that prefer to halophyte are the saline soil. Thick vegetation of mangrove is present in Sundarban. Thick vegetation of mangrove re Sundarban. Broad level deciduous forest. Temperate region. Broad level temperate level deciduous forest. Varnamach. Temperate region ଅଛି temperate tropical ତାପରେ temperate ବର୍ଣ୍ଣମଚୈରଣ୍ୟ deciduous forest which of the following is mutually benefit to the organization in an association symbiosis which of the following mutually beneficial to the organism in association symbiosis टा होची association रे mutually beneficial सहयोगी a thick and fleshy stem cover with thick cuticle अच्छी thick and fleshy stem अच्छी cover with thick cuticle stores water cuticle रे water होची open share fleshy stem cover with thick cuticle that thick मोटा fleshy stem cover with thick cuticle stores water open share large amount of fresh water of our planet present in largest amount of fresh water of our planet polar ice and glacier put it into the system of a land measurement system for land measurement शेरशाह सूरी फर्स्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं लैंड जमीन माप with reference to monument built by the Mughal द्वारा which of the following pair is not correct match फतेहाबाद मॉस्क बाबर which of the following pair is not correct फतेहाबाद मॉस्क बाबर which of the following pairs is not correct match बुलंदराज अकबर इमामुद्दौला तम जहांगीर आगरा फोर्ट शाहजहां monument built by the Mughal फतेहाबाद मॉस्क बाबर बुलंदराज अकबर इमामुद्दौला टॉम जहांगीर आगरा फोर्ट शाहजहां आगराटा होची के शाहजहां এটা भी शाहजहां ताजमहल बुलंदराज अकबर खुदाई खिदमतगार इतमुद्दौला टॉम जहांगीर फास्ट नेटिव रूलर ऑफ इंडिया टू आसेट सब्सिडी एलायंस होची निजाम हैदराबाद फास्ट सब्सिडी एलायंस व्हिच एक्ट डिड द चेंज ऑफ डेजिग्नेशन ऑफ गवर्नर जनरल बेंगल टू गवर्नर जनरल इंडिया हला लॉर्ड क्लाइव ना एटा हला 1833 चार्टर एक्ट गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ बेंगल टा इंडिया हला when did Ranjit Singh sign a treaty of perpetual friendship with British Amritsar 1809 Ranjit Singh was treaty British Amritsar सहित ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ସହିତ ଟ୍ରିଟି ଅଫ୍ ପର୍ପେଚୁଆଲ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡସିପ୍ 1809। ଆସୋସିଏଟେଡ୍ ୱିଥ୍ ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ଅଫ୍ ଲୋକାଲ ସେଲ୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଉଛି ଲର୍ଡ ରିପନ୍। ଲୋକାଲ ସେଲ୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଲର୍ଡ ରିପନ୍ ହେଉଛି ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ କୁଆଁର ସିଂ ଏ ଲିଡର ଡ୍ୟୁରିଂ ଦ ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ 1857। ବିହାର। When Ranjit Singh has a treaty of perpetual friendships, ରଞ୍ଜିତ ସିଂ ହେଉଛି perpetual friendship with ବ୍ରିଟିଶ ଅମୃତସର 1809। ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ଅଫ୍ ଲୋକାଲ ସେଲ୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ଲୋକାଲ ସେଲ୍ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କୁଆଁର ସିଂ is leader during the revolution 1857 belong to କୁଆଁର ସିଂ ବିହାର। ତାନ୍ତିଆ ଟୋପେ ବେଗମ ହଜରତ ମହଲ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ନୌ। Also, the following events occurred during the Indian freedom struggle. 1900 पार्लियामेंट आगे था 1909। Who is associated? Actually, who is associated with the international local cell government? Lord Ripon, local cell. When Ranjit Singh studied perpetual friendship, Ranjit Singh. When Ranjit Singh 1809, which place it कुंवर सिंह बिहार। पार्लियामेंट 1909 20 मार्च 1930 20 मार्च। इंदिरा पॉइंट इज नियर टू इंदिरा पॉइंट होची ग्रेट निकोबर। ईस्टर्न मोस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द ईस्ट वेस्ट कॉरिडोर सिलचर पूर्व कॉरिडोर। which of the following region is famous? सह्याद्री। सह्याद्री होची एटा वेस्टर्न घाट सह्याद्री। सतलज रिवर ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ सतलज रिवर इंडस ट्रिब्यूटरी शाखा नदी। नर्मदा रिवर ऑरिजिनेट नर्मदा होची ईस्टर्न पास्ट ऑफ सातपुरा सातपुरा ईस्ट मोस्ट ईस्ट वेस्ट कॉरिडोर ग्रेट निकोबर। In our country, second largest area is occupied by red soil. Which one of the following state possesses the largest forest area? MP. Largest producer of manganese in India. Odisha is the largest manganese. What is the total surface area of Lakshadweep? 32 square kilometer. Karanganda coal basin belongs to Kazakhstan. Karanganda. Provision of providing identify cards to voters has been made in Representation of the People Act 1958. The provision of providing identify cards 1958 होचे identity card. Who among the following describes the Indian economy? Bullock cart capitalism होचे Lloyd Susani Rudolph. What will the follow if money bill is substantially amended by the Rajya Sabha? Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bill accepting or not accepting the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bill accepting or not accepting the recommendation. Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bill accepting or not accepting. Who among the following describes the Indian economy? The Bullock cart capitalism. Lloyd Sustenance Rudolph. Rajya Sabha is dissolved after is not subjected to dissolution. Not subject to dissolution happening. Indian economy Bullock cart होची Lloyd Sustenance Rudolph. Rudolph. Provision of banning identify cards to voters. Replacement of People Act 1958. 1958 रिप्रेजेंट पीपल एक्ट आइडेंटिटी कार्ड देता वोटर्स को करंगोटा कोस्ट कोल बेसिन होची काजाखस्तान अखादी 32 किलोमीटर राजेश फॉरेस्ट मांगानी ओडिशा राजेश फॉरेस्ट एरिया होची मध्य प्रदेश एरिया ऑक्युपाइड होची इनर कंट्री सेक्शन लार्जेस्ट होची एरिया ऑक्युपाइड रेड सोइल इंदिरा पॉइंट गेटनी कवर लॉर्ड एंड ससेन रुडोल्फ इंडियन इकोनॉमी होची बुलोक्रेटिक कैपिटलिज्म लोकसभा में still proceed with bull money bill substantially amended by the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bull accepting or not accepting the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. What will follow the money bill? The Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bull accepting or not accepting the recommendation of Rajya Sabha. ऐसा डीजल होची मनी बिल कैन इंट्रोड्यूस लोक सभा ने पंचायत राज होची इंक्लूडेड इन स्टेट लिस्ट पंचायत राज इंक्लूडेड स्टेट लिस्ट रे One of the following has the power to issue ordinance president पंचायत राज स्टेट लिस्ट मनी बिल कैन इंट्रोड्यूस only in लोक सभा मनी बिल The doctrine of basic structure of the Indian Constitution was pronounced by the Supreme Court. Question the Bharatian state of Kerala. The doctrine of basic structure of the Indian Constitution. It can be issued for the enforcement of fundamental right. It is issued by both Supreme Court as well as the High Court. It. Which of the following was the first state to establish the institution of Lokayukta in India? First state to establish the institution of Lokayukta was Maharashtra. लोकायुक्त होता महाराष्ट्र रे एनफोर्समेंट फंडामेंटल राइट्स होची बट सुप्रीम कोर्ट एज वेल एज हाई कोर्ट से फंडामेंटल राइट एनफोर्स करियो फंडामेंटल राइट डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर कैसन द भारतीय केस इंडियन कॉलेजियम सिस्टम इंडियन कॉलेजियम Who is introduced the system of land measurement? Sirsa Suri. Land measurement. It can be. Panchayat is included in Panchayat Raja. Is included in state list. What is the goal of a sustainable development? To ensure quality of life to present and future generation. Ensure quality of life to present and future generation. What is the goal of sustainable development? To ensure quality life to present and future. Per capita consumption expenditure is measure of per capita consumption expenditure. T.N. Srinivasan and Suresh Nalkar. Name of the economist who related poverty. Amartya Sen. They related to poverty with the concept of entitlement. Economic growth and said to be inclusive. Economic growth is said to be inclusive when it creates economic opportunities along the ensuring equal access. Growth. It creates economic opportunity. Which one of the following can be considered? Inclusive. Which one of the greatest demographic divide in India occurred? Secret demographic divide ହେଇଥିଲା. Which one of the following can be considered as the step towards achieving financial inclusion in India? Financial inclusion in India. Adoption of village by the bank of branches. Adoption हुआ था. Adoption of village by the bank branches. Adoption. Economic growth is said to be inclusive. It creates economic opportunity along with ensuring equal access. Economic growth. It creates economic opportunity along ensuring equal access. Ensuring equal access. It creates economic opportunity. Easternmost point of West Corridor. Silchar. Easternmost point. What the total surface of Lakshadweep? 32 square kilometer. Who has been appointed as the first Vice Chancellor? Nitya Agha. Arvind Panagaria. First appointed. Where was the India indigenously built anti-tank missile Nag? Jaisalmer. India indigenously missile. Jaisalmer. Which NGO? Which NGO is Nobel Literature? Nobel laureate. Where Satyarthi associated? Bachpan Bachandran. Field of MOU signed between India and Egypt. Tourism, scientific and technical cooperation. Tourism is scientific and technical. Recipient of Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Sania Mirza. The 15 Rajiv Gandhi. Which was the 50th anniversary Indo-Pak War of 1965? Observe 2015. 50th anniversary Indo-Pak War. The day mark for the victory of India. Who are the Om Prakash Raut, Election Commissioner? What is the name of Indian Coast Guard ship that has been gifted to Sri Lanka? Baraha. Indian Coast Guard ship is Sri Lanka gifted. Which is the Startup India, Stand Up India campaign associated with? What is the Startup India? Entrepreneurship. With the Japanese scientist. Actually, Japanese scientist to Nobel winner Satoshi Omura. First facial recognition ATM. China May 30. Facial recognition. Nobel Prize Medicine. Japan scientist na country. UN declared 2015 as enters Europe soil. Which country top of medals tally at the 15th World Championship in athletics? August 2015. Athletics Kenya. Medal tally. World Championship Athletics. Which country first woman president was sworn into office? Women president Croatia. Where was the remain of highly advanced water management system? Destruction of trees. Forest is called deforestation. Deforestation is the cause of decrease in rainfall. Rainfall decrease, increase of soil erosion, increase greenhouse effect. Trees and forest destruction. Greenhouse effect. soil erosion ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ destruction ହବ, it is forest. Decrease rainfall ଯୋଗୁଁ soap and detergent help remove dirt from the clothes dirt because soap detergent remove hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Fermentation is process in which fermentation fermentation होती organic compound is slowly decomposed into fermentation organic compound is slowly decomposed into simple substance in absence of formation of the process fermentation. Organic compound is slowly decomposed into simple substance in absence of oxygen method. We observe object around us due to reflection of light refraction of light absorption of light. So we observe object losing the eyesight after consuming spurious liquor vessel due to the adulteration by eyesight haribo consuming spurious liquor methanol huge aware of appropriation of needs improves efficiency to prevent damage. These wires are made up of huge wire appropriate efficiency to prevent damage. Alloy of lead and zinc. Sisa और zinc alloy. Huge wire appropriate improve efficiency to prevent damage. Instrument used to observe change in solar system. Solar system जो change है वो Hubble telescope. Forming secondary tumor is called migration of cancerous cell metastasis. Site of origin to other part of the body. Choose best fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher is in the water. Rocket best fire relief water. Rocket design. Payload satellite. Okay, scientific instrument carry करियो. Payload satellite scientific instrument. The following is used for communication, weather forecasting and remote sensing. Following used for artificial satellite, remote sensing, weather satellite. Scalar bones are bad degrade. Electric generator device which convert electric energy into each generator. A device which convert generator कहाँ होता है? Mechanical टा होता है electrical. Test male gonad is located inside the scrotum in order to keep testicular temperature को lower रखियो body की temperature. Nail scale bone are degradable. Electric operator device is convert electrical generator. এটা হচ্ছে mechanical টা হচ্ছে electrical center